NFL. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' reigning league MVP. He was a tour de force a week ago. 6 passing touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Chargers on Sunday night primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. And his throw here is incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
That is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's Myers again with another catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Charger 16. Back to throw again.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their 1st interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Najee Harris,
his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And down to the 16-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get first.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Raiders heading out to take over. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. He'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And quickly they get to the line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
At the Chargers' 34-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
The kick by Carlson is good, and with it they have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. Send him out to fire away from... The Raiders offense ready to go. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's to the 15. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Las Vegas,
they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And then next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. While for L.A., they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back the swing of things next week on the road.
Keeps changing.